What is up, everybody? Chuck here, and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. We're going to be counting down the top 10 rarest sightings of the week sent in by you guys. But before we get into the video, I wanted to quick remind you that truck t-shirts are on sale right now. Now, they're only available for a couple more days, so make sure you don't miss it, because after they're not available, they're gone forever. There's a whole bunch of different colors and a few different designs, but my favorite by far is the turquoise truck shirt. So get it. Link is below, and I will be following every single person that buys a t-shirt, so make sure to do so. On to the countdown. Kicking the countdown off at number 10, we're going to start this video with a couple sightings that are a little out of the ordinary. They're not their usual Dragonite, Aerodactyl, Snorlax, oh my god, but some sightings that are a little bit more unique. So check this one out from Inari on Instagram. He hatched 2 Togepis in a row. Now, Togepi is one of the hardest Pokemon to acquire in Pokemon Go. Oh, you thought this was going to make number 10 with 2 in a row? Try 5. That's right, Inari hatched 5 Togepis in a row. It has been like 2 months since I've even hatched one, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there watching this are like, I don't even have one yet, and this dude hatched 5 in a row. So congratulations, Inari, on number 10. Moving on. Speaking of Pokemon that are a little bit hard to come by, at number 9, we've got James on Instagram. And this sighting makes me miss Florida a little bit, because he ran into a Corsola, a Tangela, and 2 Heracross all at one time. And I know a lot of you down south, especially in Florida and places like that, you're gonna say that this isn't very rare. However, everywhere else in the world, they would die for this. Anyway, James, consider yourself pretty lucky. On to number 8. Now, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about how rare it is to get a good Pokemon from your incense. We always get Geodudes, or Sentret, or Pidgey, or Rattata. But there are some Pokemon I've simply never seen from an incense, and this is one of them until now. Sent in by Finn, he had a wild Togetic spawn in off of his incense. Now, it looks like he was driving down a road, so hopefully he wasn't going too fast where he couldn't catch it. But regardless, that is the first time I've ever seen a Togetic spawn off of incense. Now, that leaves only 2 Pokemon that I have never seen spawn from an incense, and that is Tyranitar and Unknown. So if you've ever had that happen, send it in. Go make the countdown. Thank you, Finn. But moving on to number 7, we've got a title fight. Oscar De La Hoya sent this one in of a Hitmonchan and a Hitmontop just going at it, battling it out for the featherweight title. Now, just imagine if Oscar's incense would have spawned in a Hitmonlee, and you've got a Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop. That would have been number 1. Now, those Pokemon may not be the most useful, but to have all 3 of them would have been crazy. To have 2 of them, still very dope. So, Oscar, thank you very much for sending that one in. On to number 6. Now, in number 6, I told you guys at the beginning, I wanted to start this countdown off with a couple of sightings that were a little out of the ordinary. And this one is absolutely incredible. Remy sent this one in, and he spent 3.5 hours popping lucky eggs and mass evolving his Pokemon. He obtained over 500,000 experience at one time. I've never seen that number be higher. 566,000 experience at one time is absolutely ridiculous. Remy, congratulations. You definitely deserve this spot on the countdown. On to the top 5. Now, it's pretty crazy. We haven't seen a Tyranitar or a Snorlax or any of those types of Pokemon yet, but I promise they're coming. Honestly, the top 3 or 4 are absolutely incredible. But in at number 5, we've got Aaron, who encountered a Pidgey, a Weedle, a Goldeen, a Hoothoot, a Rattata, a Murkrow, and a Tangela, Porygon, and Feraligatr. Now, to find Porygon in addition to basically any other cool Pokemon in the game is an awesome sighting, simply because you don't know where to look for Porygon. If I could fly anywhere in the world right now, I wouldn't know where to fly to find one. So to find it alongside a Feraligatr and a Tangela, which is another kind of rare Pokemon unless you live in a water biome, pretty dope. On to number 4. And I am just realizing how similar this sighting is to number 5. However, it's a little bit cooler when you actually find Pokemon in the wild, is it not? Well, Mr. Kefalis ran into a Tangela, a Muck, and a Feraligatr all at one Pokestop, and it just makes me wonder, how can one be so lucky to have a cluster spawn that doesn't have 8 Sentrets and 14 Hoothoots? Like, seriously, where do you live? To have a cluster spawn of just 3 rare Pokemon is insane, right? Well, at number 3, DJ Khaled.
Another one.
Yoshi had a cluster spawn that features a Nidoqueen, a Dragonite, and a Togetic, and again, that's it. There are no Pidgeys, there are no Rattatas, or Sentrets, or Hoothoots. Where are you guys finding these? Now, this top 10 wouldn't be complete without a Tyranitar sighting, right? And since we're on this cluster spawn hype train, let's do another one. Sent in by Tank at number 2. We've got this insane sighting that features a Raticate, Sudowoodo, Rhydon, and a Tyranitar. And this looks much more fitting. There's a Pidgey, a Nidoran, a Goldeen, a Natu. That's how you expect a cluster spawn to look, except for the fact that there's a Rhydon and a Tyranitar, and that's kind of rare. Tank, congratulations. Most weeks you're winning, okay? Most weeks you are number 1. But this week, number 1, I'm going to call this one a super sighting, because the odds of finding not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, but 7 rare Pokemon on your nearby list at one time, well, the odds are not very good. And to find this list of 7 at the same time, I'm gonna go out on a limb right now and I'm gonna say the best sighting from Generation 2 we have ever seen. Here it is from Ben, this incredible super sighting that features a Sneasel, a Mareep, a Flaffy, Gengar, Larvitar, Meganium, and a Snorlax. Oh my God. Seriously, I looked at this sighting for literally an hour and I was trying to find out how it could be fake, and it isn't. There's just nothing fake about it. Somebody just got incredibly lucky, and that somebody is Ben. And Ben, I think we're all wondering, what's your address? Because we got about 100,000 people who are going to be camping in your backyard tonight. It is literally the stuff that dreams are made of. So Ben, congratulations on number 1. You are one lucky man. I love you all. Thank you very much, everybody who sent in your sightings on Twitter and Instagram. Remember, you can do so too. Links are below. Also, buy a shirt or buy 2 or 3 or 7. There's a bunch of different colors. If you like colors, you're going to like these shirts. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let's see if once again we can crush 3,000 likes, which I'm sure we can because every time I ask, we do it. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and if you're not new here, make sure to turn on notifications because you never want to miss an upload. I love you all. Take it easy. Peace.